Okay, sound check, glasses check, stream check, and we ready on deck. Welcome to Knowledge and Relationships Live Talk. Okay, well, another live talk for tonight. So tonight we have another special guest, and as always, we're here to deliver valuable entertainment. Okay, I know we haven't been streaming as much like throughout the week because of the algae seasons, but we're here to make it up to you guys. Anyways, let me not delay any longer, and let me go ahead and welcome to Bougie Latte.
Mm-hmm. Hey, what's up?
What's up? What's up? Salutes to you, sis. Thank you for joining us on this lovely live talk. As we're taking the opportunity to get to know you as you get a chance to get to know us.
Okay.
So I'm looking forward to it.
Okay, me too.
All right. Now, before we continue, as always, gotta bring in the network manager, Mr. Best in the World 84. So
what's going on, y'all? What's going on here? Bougie Latte, what's up? M3, what's up? A little tired, but I'm still gonna bring the energy. You know what I mean? About to grab my chocolate, take my pill, and let's get it.
You might have to do like a Bougie Latte, Mr. Best, so to wake yourself
up. I've been asking for a caramel frappuccino. I'm still waiting for it to come through. You know what I mean?
Hey, it's easy to make now. I do make the best cappuccinos and a latte. You gotta have a latte first. Lattes are best, but it's easy to make. I mean, I should show you guys. You can actually buy you a pour over latte. Okay,
they have real quick. Okay,
pour over lattes. Okay, so you can just actually get you a mug. Buy this. This is woman owned. Her name is Debbie Mullen. She has a Vietnamese coffee, and it's really good. And it shows you, it has steps on how to make a latte. So you can create, your own pour over latte. And it's called Copper Cow Coffee.
Copper Cow Coffee. Okay.
So if you ever want to try a latte, check her out.
All right, thank you.
Cool. Definitely.
Yeah.
Process for the plug in. Okay. So if I forget, at least I got the replay to check it out again. Okay. Well, anyways, let's go ahead and we're gonna get this live talk started. And as always, right? We ask some the easiest questions, right, before we get to other questions. But if you can, right, can you please give us a brief overview of how you became known as Bougie Latte?
Well, it's Bourgeois. Bougie.
Bourgeois, man.
Bourgeois Latte. Man, it's crazy because I was first Bourgeois Queen. That was my email. And then Bourgeois Latte came about when I was on this virtual website called IMVU. Have you ever heard of it?
No, I haven't heard.
Okay, do you know about Sims?
Like Sims as in
the
virtual video game.
Yeah, like that.
Okay.
Well, IMVU is somewhat like the Sims video game.
Oh, okay.
Now, this is one thing I did not know, because what's so cool about IMVU is that they have all these creative avatars. And it's kind of like the metaverse. I kind of feel like IMVU is the first to start before this metaverse.
Okay.
Metaverse. But these you get to create your character. You get to create the skin, the hair, the body type, everything. So I thought it was a video game, but it's somewhat like a dating app. Okay, but it's weird though.
Okay.
I don't understand how that could be a dating app, because they have all these different features. You can create your own room. If you want a jazz club, you can create a jazz club. So
virtual dating in the Sims type of version.
Yeah, but I didn't even know it was a dating app because there was no dating. You know what I mean? there was no numbers exchange. It was meeting people, but in this avatar world.
Hold on, everybody. I just want to take a quick pause for the cause. Say salute to our brother Von Eric. Our brother Von Eric has been waiting patiently for this interview. You know what I'm saying? You know, and you know he's been very interested in just seeing, you know what I mean, this interview and seeing what's going on. He's been watching all our interviews, and he said, "Man, like Mr. Best, you know what I mean." He was disappointed because last week, you know what I mean, I was telling him about the interview, I was telling him what we was doing, and he was disappointed that it didn't go down. So, Von Eric, we are here, brother. We delivered. Okay, much love to you. Salute.
Yeah. I say always better rescheduled or late than never. But now is the time, Von Eric. So definitely salute to you.
Yeah. So yeah, it's like an avatar world, and I love coffee. So I said, I'm gonna create a neo soul cafe. So I created a neo soul cafe. I had music, and I play old school music, and it's really cool because you can download and look for songs, and I will have music that people didn't even hear of or heard of certain artists, and my avatar had a little look like a Starbucks shop, and people, the avatars, will come in and sit down and listen to music. And then it got to the point where I got so creative with it. I started creating like Cat Williams and Kevin Hart. I ended up having a comedy special. I created another comedy show, you know, a club. And then I had like a Coming to America type of theme where I had an elephant where I was sitting on an elephant entering into a building, and it was the comedy club. So it's a creative world, but I mean that's the artsy side of me, because I went to Grambling State University and studied communications, but I had a full ride to go to NYU to study film directing. So, but that didn't come through. But that's okay. I went to Grambling, and it was a good experience. So that's how the Latte came about.
Oh, well, first of all, thank you for sharing your experience. You know, I mean, experience is just like everything. You know what I mean? I look at it as whether if someone was to complete a subject or not, like you still, through experience, you still have that knowledge. And this is never too late to try to implement from what you learn to create something and turn it to your own business, rather than you get something to learn how to be a structural employee, if that makes sense. And that's no disrespect, but you know what I mean? I mean, this has already become like an interesting conversation the moment you start talking about the Sims and all that, right? So, you know, I guess I have to say allegedly for YouTube or whatever, but I guess that's how allegedly Meta came around years later. So the way how you explain it, I'm like, oh God, okay, I can see that. Because, you know, in the metaverse that I haven't been to yet, I'm hearing that people, you know, exchanging currency, real money to, I guess, meta money, buying homes, selling it, buying family. Look, man, take me to the metaverse, right? So I can see what everyone's talking about. Because I heard people spending like $100,000, okay? Thousands and thousands of cash, right? Owning, selling property, getting clubs, throwing, Anyways. Salutes to On the Spot Live. Thank you for tuning in. Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, it's pretty cool. It really is. I was making money. You know, you can actually make money. And it's funny because when I started it, a lot of people started to, it's like a room into the comedy club or whatever, you know, club that I created. People will show up and I will get coins. And these coins, you can cash them in. It's the same thing as Metaverse. I didn't make a lot of money, but it was fun creating. And it was like, so funny because people, like, if I was to get on there again and you would say Bourgeois Latte, everyone knows who Bourgeois Latte is. They would say, man, I can't believe you created, man, I started doing this and that. And the only bad thing about IMVU is that I should have not done so much to the point where IMVU made more money, start to make money off of some of the ideas. So sometimes you gotta be really careful about some of the things that you do, because people can steal your ideas and make millions, and that kind of happens, you know.
Well, yeah, especially like if you're, because like you're pretty much relying on someone else's creation to get paid. But I see what you're coming from, because it's like, well, hell, if I could make money doing this, there should be a way for, like people like us to get together. No programmers. What do you call those? Like people that's into coding. So
well,
like
graphic designers that's on there, like they would actually create clothes. Like they would have, really nice clothes that I would wear. Yeah. And would ask me like, Bourgeois Latte, could you wear this on your show or whatever? And it's like they see you wear something, then whoever that's at your club will be like, damn, okay, I want to buy that. They'll go to that person's, because they'll show like, okay, Bourgeois Latte's wearing blah blah, luxuries, whatever. And they can actually go and buy clothing. So graphic designers making money. Everybody's making some type of money. I was just kind of like the host. I was my own host at my own club, at my own coffee shop, at my own comedy club. It was really interesting. It was cool.
So I'm going to take another pause for the cause, y'all. Salute to On The Spot Live. Salute. Make sure y'all follow On The Spot Live. You know what I'm saying? On all social media platforms. Okay, On The Spot Live. Please check your DM, sister. I reached out to you about 3 weeks ago. You know what I mean? Trying to do some things with you. So please reach out. So, I keep saying Bourgeois just keeps popping in my mind. I don't know why. Maybe it's the black in me. I don't know. So I'm just call you Latte. You know what I'm saying? So Sister Latte. Now, okay. And then, okay, maybe, and I don't know if y'all can see this on your screen, but I can see this. How is your skin so clear? Yo, you look like a teenager. Like, it's just like there's no blemishes, no wrinkles, no nothing. What do you use in your daily routine? No, I'm serious, because healthy skin promotes a healthy life. People don't understand that that's a big part of it. I use witch hazel for my skin. It clears up a lot of rashes and bumps and things of that nature, because men, we shave, right? Mm-hmm. So what do you use yourself to keep your skin so clear? You know what I'm saying?
I use aloe vera gel, water. That's what I use, and a solar wave.
A solar wave. Okay.
What's a solar wave?
This wand. I gotta hook the sisters up with this wand. This stuff is amazing, and it takes 5 minutes. It has a little wand, and it's supposed to, smooth out your skin. It gives it a glow. And it's important to work out, and I need to start working out more. I walk, but I need to really get back to my working out, because when I was doing my yoga, it's just, I had more clarity, and I was more energized. It was so hard here in this hot weather here in Arizona. My goodness, it's hard for me to get in that zone, to get in that mode, of want to work out. But aloe vera is the key. And I have a plant. I have an aloe vera plant on my patio. I have 2 of them. It's just amazing. It's good for your skin. So,
I can tell, family. I can tell. Cause like I said, there's no blemishes, nothing. I'm it's flawless. And I drink a lot of water too. It's flawless. It's not oily. There's nothing. And that is, they say black don't crack, and it definitely don't. You know what I'm saying? For real. And doing what you do on social media, do you feel like you're more of a promoter, or do you feel like you're more of someone who advertises, other people's social media and their music and their journey? What do you feel like you do more of? Salute the Vouaghn area.
I kind of feel like I do both, but I'm kind of like Auntie Coco. There's some really young independent artists that are really doing the damn thing, and I'm just kind of like that auntie that's just helping out. You know what I mean? But I also have my own radio stations called Latte Java Droops Radio. I've been, on Station Head. So it with the Bourgeois Latte, it has a lot to do with music. And IMVU was really my escape. It was something that, you know, I wanted to go to school to direct, and it was something that my parents were kind of like against. And it's funny because my mother is an artist, you know, and I think she just felt like artistry is not something for Black folks to be doing, that we naturally can do it, but you need to have that education. You need to have that paper. My mom was that type of woman. You know, she just kind of felt like, you know, that's plan B. You got to stick to plan A. Plan A is what's going to help you. But I honestly feel like you have to follow, you know, your heart. But if you don't do it, then you're going to, I didn't want to be that person to feel like, oh my man, I regret not trying. So I see it as my radio station, me doing station head, all these experiences that I've done. I'm actually doing it now. So you guys need to tune into my Latte Java Juice Radio because I got the jams. Okay, so I'm. You know,
yo, she do. Trust me, cause she made me vote. She's like, brother, you got to vote in this contest. And I went and I was listening. I was like, oh, like the music on there was like phenomenal. Like it was fantastic. It was a great experience. And make sure y'all follow her on Spotify. Okay, all right.
yes.
On Spotify, like definitely tune into the Spotify. She has a lot of connections on there. Please, if y'all doing yourself a disservice if you don't, you're gonna miss out on a lot of great things. Okay, so make sure y'all checking on her Spotify and everybody she's affiliated with on Spotify. My other question is because I feel like you're just a natural leader. What gives you that motivation and that courage to just instantly just lead? Know what I mean? With no fear, no nothing. Like you just boom, it's just naturally in you. What makes you do that?
I think I've always been the type of person to lead. I'm kind of a loner, and I don't follow. You know what I mean? I just always. I think that's where the bougie part comes to play. You know, I don't. You know, I don't follow people. I follow me. You know, I think I've always been like that. As a child, you know, my siblings, they would do things and I would bribe them, you know, they'll be doing sneaky stuff. And I'm like, you got to pay a sister to shut me up. So I kind of felt like I was the leader in the household, you know, from birth. So, you know, if they did something wrong, they did something sneaky, I was like, yeah, you're going to have to pay me to keep quiet. So I had a nice little bank account too, to be so young. So I just always
okay, she was hustling. Okay,
I'm a hustler, baby. Yeah, that's why I like, you know.
Yeah.
Vaughn Eric, I'm gonna drop the link. Give me like 10 more minutes, bro. Give me 10 more minutes.
No, he's actually asked her to drop the links like from her Spotify.
Oh, her Spotify. I'm gonna send it to him directly. I got you, Vaughn. I got you, bro. I got you.
I gotta go check out some of my playlist is the bomb. So if you into that, you know, neo soul, R&B, I got it. But next month, you know, I need to get on it. I will be doing a contest for R&B male crooners. Okay, I want to hear, you know, some Luther, you know, some old school stuff. I want to hear some 90s vibes.
Oh, I'm coming through then, because I'll be crooning. I'm coming through. I'll be singing in the shower and all. I'm coming through.
So hopefully I can find these men that can, you know, bring that back to life, because we need to hear some more love songs. We need to hear some Jodeci. We need to hear Shy, and I want to hear some old school 90s vibe. You know what I mean? So I love me some Tank. Don't get me wrong. You know, the Isley Brothers, all that. But you know, Trey songs, and you know, I need to hear more of that.
No, I feel you though. I feel like unfortunately, like those type of songs, right? It's like, I mean, I still listen to them, you know, every now and then. But I feel like, I guess the new trend is like, well, actually, I don't know what kind of music they listen to, because I don't even really tune into the radio as much as I used to. After like the early 2000s or whatever, or you know,
I think hip hop has kind of dominated the, you know, the music industry. You know, and I'm not saying that neo soul is not there, but it's not getting that recognition the way it should. But I personally feel that we're getting a lot of other artists like Sam Smith. We're getting a lot of non-Black R&B singers. I'm seeing more of that than us singing R&B. I kind of feel like when we approach R&B music, it's not given that much airplay. But I'm gonna leave it alone.
I think that's a good conversation.
Oh, go ahead. Speak on this. Just to speak on it. Speak on why that's happening and why you feel like. Because remember, I remember when Neo Soul was popping off, and a prominent figure in music said that he was gonna make sure that movement never manifests, that it never grows.
Soul and R&B are two different things. I tell people that all the time. Neo Soul talks about the pain and the struggle and the breakups and the makeups in relationships. Rhythm blues is just, to me, the start of the 90s music, but Neo Soul is on a total different vibe to me. It's like 90s Mary J. Blige, but Jill Scott. Neo Soul, Erykah Badu. Did you get what I'm saying? There's a difference.
Yeah.
But I honestly feel that because of the fact that R&B is not, I mean, it's still live, but it's not the way it should be. It's because of the fact that we have a disconnection. Black men and women have a disconnection. And you see it a lot. And you hear it a lot in a lot of podcasts.
But why, family? Why is that?
I don't know.
Yo, okay. I'm liking this type of direction. We might...
Is it because let me ask real quick. Do you think it's because of the colonizer and the oppressor? You think it's because of the Willie Lynch factor? You know what I mean? What do you think it is?
I don't want to blame anybody. I think it's us.
Like completely us?
Yeah. I don't think we listen to each other. I just don't think we listen to each other. I don't think we know how to communicate.
I actually agree with you on that one. Like, here's the thing. At some given points, right, there's gonna be some folks, and right or wrong in their opinion, but there's gonna be some folks that's gonna be like, at some given point, we can't blame it on what history has done to, like, our people. We gotta actually put the blame on what's currently happening right now. We know, like, what happened in our history for most, but what are we going to do to actually, change our culture, to rebuild our culture, because if we continue to put the blame on, colonizations or, what happened to us, like in our past, or what our parents done or what our grandparents has done, at some given point, we got to ask ourselves, what are we not doing?
But that's easy for you to say because you have a good foundation.
No, foundation or not.
No, that matters, brother. You cannot say it don't matter. If you have a good foundation, if you have both parents in your life who are functional, who really love you, which you did have, and they invested in you, right? Because here's the thing. This is the thing, right? Now this is what this is why I say that I think it's both. I think it is something that we have to do something about, but it also is what has been affected, what has been implanted on us. Because, okay, we go to the doctor, right? We trust in this doctor, right? Mm-hmm. And the doctor now gives us a needle, and in that needle, it has cancer, right? And they know it got cancer, and they give us the needle, right? Mm-hmm. So now we got cancer, right? Mm-hmm. So, of course, right, we're going to have to take the medicine, exercise, work, eat the food, and make sure that we're alive, right? But us having the cancer is not our fault. It wasn't something that we gave to ourselves. It was something that was implanted on us. We didn't ask to be here and go through all these things. We didn't ask for none of that. But it's something that was given to us. Now it's up to us to do the work. Yes. So I agree with you on that. There's no disputing that. You know what I'm saying? But the condition is not something that we created. You know what I'm saying? And I think we have to understand that.
That's true.
Yeah, so again, this is my similar point to what I'm saying. In regards of somebody's upbringing or whatever, it's up to us to really try to fix it. So, of course, again, wherever it was the colonizer's fault of why black culture or why there's no bond between the man and the woman as it used to be. Everything plays into it. But currently, right now, we already know what's going on. We know the blueprints. But what are we going to do currently as people to fix it? Because otherwise, if we don't fix the problem that's happening right now, we're going to continue to have generations of people that's going to keep blaming on their past as opposed to try to build and try to fix things. Because look at us, from the time of our birth or whatever, we've been saying our parents and parents have been saying the same thing. But what we're going to do to really make that initial change to bring our people back together so we could continue to have songs where we have the neo songs and stuff. We have the people like black folks making songs that's loving their women, where women are making songs that's loving their men as well too. We got to get back into that habit. We got to build something. I know it's not going to be easy, and I know that it's going to take time. And it's going to be a process of things. But what's the solution right now that what we could kind of convey, so then that way somebody who listens to us could have like maybe an epiphany.
Yeah.
I'm sorry. Go ahead, sister. I'm sorry.
Saying that, I mean, it's important to know the foundation, but I also feel like, I don't know if you guys feel this way, because sometimes I struggle with it. There's a generation thing, whereas my siblings are much older than I am. I call them my civil rights siblings because they were born during the civil rights. Okay. And with them, we are very different. I'm not close to them because we really don't have much in common. When I had my daughter, that's when we had something in common. We have children, how they view relationships. I view it differently than they do. Do you think that because of age differences and age gap and the generation of the way things are today, does that play a big part on relationships? Because like my sister, she didn't, she got married, she stayed home, and she got married at 25. She had a Catholic wedding, and then she moved in with her husband, and she did it the traditional way. She's still married to him 20 plus years. I just wonder, does it have something to do with the generation?
I would say this one. Look, y'all, the link is right there to follow her on Spotify. All right, make sure y'all do that. Okay, all right, y'all see the link is posted. Follow the link. Follow her on Spotify. Okay, so you can get all her content that's on Spotify. Yeah. To answer your question, I would say that plays a factor, but I think it's and that's why I say upbringing matters. And I wasn't trying to take away from anything you were saying, bro. I'm just saying it does matter because I look at like artists, but I look at myself, I look at other people around me. Like I wasn't supposed to make it, man. I wasn't. My dad was never there, right? My mother suffered with different things growing up. She had different things that affected her, that stopped her from really being a mom full time. That wasn't really her fault. You know what I'm saying? So as a teenager, I had to develop and just do things and just learn how to do things on my own. My grandparents stepped in and did as much as they could. You know what I mean? But they were elderly, so they could only do but so much. You know what I'm saying? So I think that, I look at myself like that's a miracle. I wasn't supposed to make it out of my neighborhood. You know what I mean? If you look at the statistics of my neighborhood, most guys don't make it out. Most women don't make it out. They stuck. You know what I'm saying? Because there's no type of financial resources or stability, you know what I mean, for us. So, a lot of us are miracles and we don't even know it. You know what I mean? We don't even know it. And that's the crazy part about it. We don't even know it. We don't even know, like, man, I ain't have this happen. I ain't have that person in my life. I ain't supposed to be here. You know what I mean? So that's what I'm saying. For those who know that and understand that, like, man, me even having a vehicle is a miracle because it wasn't supposed to happen. You know what I mean? If you put my script in front of anybody else, it ain't supposed to happen like this. It ain't supposed to play out like that. You know what I mean? But it was, through I would say through divine order, through God, and just also through, myself, you know what I'm saying, and me not giving up is how I got out. You know what I mean? But and also it was other people that pulled me through that, and I was changing my mindset to always want something more. You know what I'm saying? And I was blessed enough to have people to speak to me. And there was people trying to speak to me to keep me stuck. There were people that were trying to keep me stuck. You know what I mean? But I had to make a choice, and that choice was not easy. It took me getting tired of seeing certain things over and over again. But some of us, we guilt ourselves and saying, man, I can't never leave my community. You know what I mean? But sometimes you got to leave in order to come back. You know what I mean? You don't never want to leave and not be able to give anything, and then you stuck there, and then you transcended. You never left anything here. You know what I mean? So
right. No, best. Actually, I could actually relate to you on that part. Yeah, I know, like it's a little different, right? Especially like with my family growing up. But believe it or not, man, like whether like we had like both parents or not, which most of us was fortunate to have like both parents, but a lot of my relatives wasn't even able to really live their 18th year. And if they reach up to like 18, then something would happen, gang violence, drug violence will happen, and next thing you know, it's like, man, I'm sitting here like waiting until my due date happens, because we all like I'm just speaking from my own family or whatever, we all felt like we just had like a due date at the age of 18. So to be able to even live like this long, it's like a blessing like itself or whatever, because none of us felt like we was gonna make it. And it wasn't like, on our end, it was more like you had people in the community that was ready to take you out. You try to be successful, you can't be flashy, you try to, make an honest living, and people who wasn't on the same page. And the ironic part was, these were people we actually grew up around, that was try to set you up. So, a lot of like, trauma, especially within like these communities, occur where like it builds like a lot of distrust, because it's like, dang, all right, I made it. I want my homies to make it, but how would I know my own homies will turn their backs on me, or set me up? Hell, I mean, I ain't trying to put my whole business out there, but you got family members that will actually set you up. I'll leave it like that.
That's a fact. I'm not taking away from your experience, brother. That's not what I'm doing.
No, I'm not talking about you.
You don't think that. What I'm saying is that you, the way you grew up is that you knew that you were loved by the two people that were the dominant forces in your life. I didn't know that. I had to manifest that on my own and kind of become that for myself. And that's a different journey. What you're talking about is a real journey. You know what I mean? There's a lot of trauma in the hood of seeing people that we're close to that just out of nowhere and a raging amount of violence, they're no longer here. And you're like, man, I just seen them the other day. Like we was just around each other. Yeah. Like, and they're no longer here. Like that's another form of trauma that we got to deal with as well. And we're always told, and now people come up with this idiotic saying that, oh man, people transcend every day. Why are you tripping? No, that's not something that's normal. Don't you understand? Other communities, that's not happening. They families living to 60, 70, 80 years old. They're seeing other generations be born and get into careers and things of that nature. You know what I mean? I'm around them. I see them. You know what I mean? They get to have a family structure. You know what I mean? So the things that we feel are normal is not normal, but we make it normal, and we shouldn't. Because once we leave that and we're around something else, we really see what living life is really about. It's not about just trying to survive. It's actually really thriving and enjoying life.
Exactly. Yeah.
I think we all need therapy.
Oh yeah. Most definitely. And not just within the Black community, but I feel like in any community, everyone needs some type of like therapeutic help. You know, we all like, you know, have our demons. We all have our traumas. In one of our live talks, we was talking a little bit about certain traumas, but how can you as a person make that initial step to pretty much bring joy and happiness, not just for your own life, but for the life of other people as well too. You know, it's all about trying to center that energy in there. You know what I mean? So, yeah, no, I feel you. Let me give a shout out to Alonzo Hall in the building.
Salute Alonzo Hall. What up, man?
Yeah. Pretty good gaming. I also see you as well too, though. So salutes to you as well.
Pretty good gaming.
Yeah. You know, but here's the thing, right? Y'all may think like, you know, it's getting personal, but really it's all about just being transparent. You know, as a content creator, as a person that is, you know, putting like your life open up to the public, like, you know, that's something that you have to be used to, especially like, you know, if you're doing radio shows like Bourgeois Latte, like those are the things like when you have these type of conversations, you know, is meant to drive to bring healing into our communities. So if we don't talk about these issues, if we don't talk about ourselves, and I'm glad that, yeah, you say you feel that, but if we don't talk about these issues, how can we ever like get to a point where we talk about solutions? Well, look, anyways, like, you know, I don't mean to like, you know, make it turn left.
They're not used to speaking like this, man. They're not used to it. They're not used to speaking like this or hearing this on social media. What they want to do, a man versus woman thing, us men to be saying crazy stuff about women, and then Bourgeois Latte say something crazy about men. This is what they want. That's what y'all really want to see, ain't it? Like, get out of here.
Well, I mean, people like to hear the negative. Those are the ones that get all the followers and the likes, and you know, it's a sad world that we live in. But I mean, it's a reality. But when can we start, you know, getting vulnerable? Like,
oh damn, okay,
neo soul and R&B. Come on now, like R&B music. You know, Luther, man. You know, the men, Keith Sweat. They got vulnerable. I want to hear some crying. You know, I look. I ain't gonna judge. You know, I want to hear some begging, but I know that's never gonna happen, and that's sad that I have to say that. And when I say beg, and I keep hearing this word simp and all, I'm like, damn. Can somebody just say how they feel? Why you gotta be simping, or why we just can't? You know?
I ain't got that problem. I'll throw some Al Green or some Teddy Pendergrass in a minute. I ain't playing with it.
Joe's like one of my favorite guys to listen to though, and I forgot the other guy's name, right? But and I wish I never met best knows. Thank you.
See, I love that. See, that's my song. Yeah, he's from Chicago, of course. But yeah, you know, Carl Thomas, I love.
You know, he was singing about his sneaky link too, though. I'm just saying, though, for those who don't really know. But yeah, that was the best sneaky link song I was ever hearing. So I'm just saying, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
Those songs was fun, man. Like, man, and then like even when the R&B artists is right, and I know it's not like much like neo soul, but when you got the R&B artists kind of blended in, like, you know, some like the rappers or whatever, then it kind of shows a little bit of the soft side, just a little bit. You know what I mean?
Some of the rappers from back in the day, like LL Cool J, they were vulnerable, and these men are actually with their women.
Yeah. I need love.
I need around the way, girl.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
So what someone said about Jagged Edge, yeah. I call that thugging. That's some thugging love right there. Jagged Edge. I love Jagged Edge.
Yeah. Oh man. Reminds me of the song. I don't know if that's from them, but it reminds me of the song Peaches and Cream. I think that's 112 though, right?
12. Yep.
Yeah. Can't forget about those guys as well too.
Mm-hmm.
So I'm like I said, man, like those were the artists that was making songs hot. Like that made me really want to tune into the radio. I'm like, no, like don't go away. Like replay that. I need some more stuff, like some more hits. You know,
Boys to Men. You know, I like Boys to Men. I love that. Just like Boys to Men.
And don't say good night. Don't say good goodbye, say good night. You know what I mean? I can't say.
That's that Black Street, baby. That's that Black Street. That Black Street.
Now, you know that's that new Jack Swing right there. They were begging him. Yeah. That I get so lonely sometimes. Oh man, I love that part. That's my favorite part out of the whole song.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
I'm lonely sometimes. Yeah. See, women like that. Exactly. None of the music.
Yeah, it wasn't because women like that because it was songs that was uplifted. Again, it was all about the energy.
Mm-hmm.
It was nothing about the energy where like, hey man, I want to like, you know, like tear like a chick apart or call them like the B word. I forgot there was something when somebody was talking about that too. But here's the thing. When we start kind of converting things into more of like, oh, now let me be hyper. I don't like to use the term hyper masculine, but let me just be hyper aggressive. I'm gonna use that hyper aggressive towards these women. Now, you know, I went in the club. I met this hoe, and then she sucked my toe, and all this other like BS, right? But then these are the same men who's rapping bad about these women have wives themselves.
I don't know.
I mean, go figure, right?
It's money.
And then that's why music sucks these days. Because they start transitioning to like like little dirt types or something. I don't know. It started transitioning to like mumble rap and jumble rap. I don't know. I haven't listened to the radio like that like in a minute. So excuse me if I don't know today's genre of music now these days. Alonzo says, yeah, but when it came time to put work in the streets, you guys were actually about what the rappers talk. Yeah. So
yeah.
Make music great again. That's all I gotta say.
Yeah. Bring back that love, that slow groove. I remember those commercials back in the day. No, brother, you gotta get your own. You know, you know what I'm saying? When vinyl was in, I got vinyl. I personally feel like every independent artist, every artist should have something in vinyl.
Yeah.
Just one song, just something in vinyl. It's something about vinyl. I don't know. That's the beginning of music. That was the beginning of when folks were stealing our music. We were singing, and we thought that you know so and so was singing, but the Beach Boys was singing, you know, the Temptation song. But anyway,
yeah, you know, like you know, keep the voice but replace the artist. That type of thing. Yeah,
it's a reminder. It's a reminder that we started it. That's why I feel like we should have vinyl.
Yeah, because it's actually a hard record of our history and nothing digital. So
Sister Latte, you have fans, right? And a fan has requested to come up and speak to you. So if that's okay with you, you know what I mean? Huh?
That's fine.
That's fine. Okay.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. So all right. So they'll be up here shortly. So yeah. But go ahead, y'all. Go ahead. I know y'all speaking on music and just how profound it is. So I think that music is an expression of our experience, but it's also an expression of just like of us saying how we really feel towards each other in ways that we understand.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I'm saying? So if I hear "Baby, I'm begging," we know what that means. You know what I'm saying? We know what that means. Now maybe somebody else may not know what that means, but we know exactly what that means. You know what I mean? I'm fiending. You know what I mean? You got me swinging. Like just certain terminology we use. We know what they're talking about. Now somebody else may ask, "What are they talking about?" But we know what's going on.
Men's condition, man. I wish they would get back together. You know, but Stokely, you know, he's doing his own thing. I mean, you know, everybody. Why all the boy bands and the girl bands split up? Why?
Money.
I'm sorry, but you know what I'm saying? It's like, damn, they're
good. Power, freedom.
It's that money.
Yeah, that's true. You can't make any money when you're in a group unless you write your own music.
About
it. I mean, look at country music. They make a lot of money. They have a lot of money, but they write their own music. And they have their own community. And they keep their money within their community. And you never hear about money issues in country music. Even in some rock bands.
Because they're taught from birth to work together. That's a behavior that should be taught. And we ain't never taught that. So when we get out of our neighborhoods, and we ain't even organized with our own families. So now I'm supposed to get in this group and be organized with these people that I barely know, or if I do know them, just because we were friends in the hood? Nah, it ain't gonna work.
I will say this though. Yeah, we were definitely conditioned through generations not to really, and unfortunately through past experience now. I can't work with this person. It's like our minds are so negative towards our own people. It's like, oh, that person has potential, but we don't want to work with them because then we try to find the slightest thing to nitpick. Like, oh, that person is not fast enough, or that person seems like he's lazy, or that person seems like he might double cross me or whatever. And meanwhile, you're taking all your resources to someone else that don't even give a shit about you, and then they're gonna do the same thing. But then yet we be in open arms and forgiving, but we get screwed by them. But we hold a grudge when it comes to our people. So I don't know. Go figure.
It's like crabs in a bucket. You know, you want to make it first. You want to be the first one to be known. It's silly. It doesn't make sense. We keep all our money to ourselves, and we can have our own Negro land.
Okay, so you think we should do that whole thing where we move to like one part of America and take like 5 states? We live in them 5 states.
I kind of think we do. I mean, I don't know. I think we need to do something different. I think we need to be in a bubble somewhere. I know that sounds crazy, but I mean, Peel, King Peel. I feel like when they did the Negro land, I laugh about it, but I think about it and I'm like, damn, what we are forced to have to.
You talking about like a Truman Show bubble?
I mean, like when I say bubble, it means that we just be around each other only. It's almost like being segregated. I know that sounds bad. Just for a year.
Do you think we could survive that though?
Oh, we don't kill each other though.
That would be the dumbest thing that happens though. Vaughn Eric.
My brother Vaughn Eric.
Hey.
Hello, blessings to everybody. Good to be up here in the panel, and blessings to everybody on the chat. Good
Blessings.
Blessings.
Mm-hmm.
Good to have the guests today. This Bougie Latte.
Yes.
Bourgeois.
Is that French? Bourgeois.
Yes.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. I heard y'all talking about crabs in the barrel. I do see that, yes, but I think we should look at other things also. Anybody ever seen the documentary of Fame Studio?
What's the call again?
No.
Okay. It's a recording studio that was all Caucasians, but they made music for Aretha Franklin, Gladys Knight, many of the people on Stax Records. Now this guy said they was mostly white. It was all white pretty much. Now he grew up around black people. They all grew up in the same town. And that was the reason why they was able to make music for black people. But guess what? Once Clive Davis got into it, he split them up. All of a sudden, they split. And that's when he brought other people in, which was mostly black at this time. But it's on Netflix. It's called Fame Studios. Matter of fact, it's still in North Carolina as historical. You should go there and go in because they made a lot of music for, especially Motown, people and things like that. Now, The reason why a lot of times that we see that black people don't stick together is because the people who was in charge did things too, so they wouldn't stick together. If y'all look at the documentary of Sam Cooke, the person who stole his money, not only didn't steal, he stole from Sam Cooke, Rolling Stones, the Beatles, and guess who got all of it?
Oh.
Michael Jackson. That company that he brought in England, that guy who stole from them, he brought that company. That's why he got so big in the Masters.
Such a virgin.
But he learned it, and he looked at what Sam Cooke was trying to do. And this is one of the reasons why they say Sam Cooke was murdered. About masters and things like that, and he was trying to teach the community. He was trying. He the one who brought out Dana Hathaway, Walmax, and all of them knew about the business. That's the reason why their money is still there. Now, Michael Jackson, if you know, a lot of people don't know, he gave masters, some black people, their masters when he brought that company. One of them was Little Richard. So this is one of the reasons why you see that black people doesn't stick together, because you didn't ever hear that Rolling Stones masters was taken. They was. Beatles. That's the reason why Michael Jackson was able to take it from Paul McCartney.
Yeah.
Because
Paul kind of messed up because he kind of schooled Michael. He was like, he opened his mouth and Mike was like,
yeah,
I got it.
Yep, he sure did. But just understand, he was trying to buy his own masters what his own masters was taking. But you didn't hear that about in the papers. But you hear about black people's money was taken and masters was taken. It's a reason, because a lot of the executives was making laws and pushing laws, and when they did that, they was taking people's money. And taking people's ownership. And most of them, if you know, were black. And then what had happened is a lot of black people start stealing other black people's masters, because you know why? It was done to them. But it was done in the whites also. But you just don't hear about it. And the court system, when they went to court, you know how the court system worked. They side on the whites more and then take from the blacks.
Good history lesson.
Well, you gotta know where you came from in order to, move forward. You gotta know your history, but just knowing the history, you gotta be about it.
Yep.
Yeah. Real quick, I gotta give some shout outs real quick. Give a shout outs to Savagely Humble. Thank you for tuning in, Savagely Humble.
Savagely Humble, what up, sis? What's good?
Savage day and night. Grand rising to you, Savagely Humble. And then
don't say that.
I'm just being nice. I'm just saying grand rising, Well, it is the evening time, so I don't know. Grand evening to you. But shout outs to Kimberly, KMA. Salutes to you from
KMA. Hey, family.
I think it's it's probably like 5 a.m. her time, I believe.
It's super early where she at right now. I don't even know. It's super duper early.
I do have to give her a special shout out, because you know why? Look, not a lot of people, right, it's going to be up that early tuning in and even come up to the panels and place a comment. So, Kimberly, if you're still tuning in, thank you so much for your support. We appreciate you. And then also, another appreciation is the soldier Marcus. So salutes to you as always.
Tell him that there's no more midget strip clubs. I tried to look it up and everything on Google and all that. It's no more. It's no more midget strip clubs.
Oh my God, Ron.
All right, man. Vaughn, don't give up hope, man. There's gotta be.
Don't say that to him, please.
Look. Maybe I don't know. Maybe Alabama, you might find something, but never give up hope, Vaughn. And then shout outs to the return of the food channel. So, aka Simon Hectic, salute to you, my brother. Everybody, please get the likes up as well if you're tuning in. And let's see. Appreciate the shout outs as always. Mark says, shout out, salutes to you, ladies and gentlemen in the chat and panel. Thank you, Marcus.
Don't forget. Have y'all ever seen the documentary on the Black Godfather on Netflix?
I have to watch that.
Yeah, check that out.
Yeah, that one is crazy. I gotta watch it though.
And listen to what Quincy Jones said to him about and other things, how they was taking. Matter of fact, what was that movie? What was it? Oh, 5 Heartbeats. Remember when he hung the person out the window?
Yes, I remember.
That scene actually was going on because Quincy Jones told the guy. And he said that was just part of the business. This was in the Black Godfather. I was like,
oh wow. Yeah.
And y'all heard about his wife that got killed.
Mm.
The Black Godfather's wife. She was standing in the kitchen and they shot her through the kitchen. What's the name, in Beverly Hills.
Okay, I'm gonna have to watch this.
Yeah, check that out. You'll see. He'll tell you. Yeah, check that out. That's a very interesting documentary, and the places you've been.
Yes, I do. Bourgeois Latte. Everything is Bourgeois Latte. I do have a YouTube channel, Bourgeois Latte. Instagram, Twitch, Facebook, Bourgeois Latte.
Okay. Give me about 1 second. Let me do something really quick so in that way I can help the people in the chat out. But yeah, you guys go ahead and continue real quick.
Oh, I got a question for Bourgeois Latte.
Okay.
When you put music together, how do you put it together as what your name is? With a little bit of bougie and a little bit of latte?
That's
how do you mix it?
Actually, no, I don't. But I do have a playlist. It's called the Screaming Cream playlist.
Okay.
Yep. The Screaming Cream playlist is on Spotify. It's a bunch of independent artists that have a nice, sensual vibe to it. I have Blackity Black playlist. I mean, I got a bunch of stuff and Latte Java Drips Radio. Follow that Latte Java Drips Radio for independent artist music as well. So yeah, some of it is kind of bourgeois. It's funny because I want to do a playlist about coffee. So any song that mentioned coffee.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I was thinking about doing that. Thank you. I was thinking about doing that though. So
okay.
I might do that.
So your playlist do your playlist go by your personality and your lifestyle and what you've been through and things like that? Do you put
not exactly, because I kind of feel like, I don't know if a lot of people remember when people used to go to Starbucks. I don't even know if people still go to Starbucks that much, but
there's a lot of people that still go to Starbucks.
You know what I mean? They used to sell CDs. Now,
right.
John Legend, they would play a lot. That's how kind of
right.
Legend became famous. It was
right.
those coffee shops. And a lot of artists don't even realize how
right.
good coffee is. Like it's a money making industry. Exactly. Coffee dates.
Right.
So and it's funny because I used to have a difficult time getting people to interview because they saw me as this coffee lady. Like, no, I mean, it's much bigger than that. If it wasn't for Starbucks, if it wasn't for those CDs that they would sell at the coffee shop, there would not be a John Legend.
Yeah.
Ordinary People is what got him on the map because people was at the coffee shop sipping coffee, doing their homework. Coffee is an experience. it's not just the taste of it; it's the experience, the life.
Exactly. Even though I'm not a coffee drinker, but I still respect, just the coffee atmosphere because it's a place where you mellow, you sit down, you listen. And of course, we don't have the CDs now these days, but back in those times, pick up a CD, play it in your CD player, and then just vibe into the music.
And they used to give refills too. They don't do that anymore. Starbucks used to give you refills.
Oh yeah, they stopped with that.
Yeah.
So do you think we should Latte, do you think we should go back like it was back in the day when we had, raw singers like coming on the bus singing or in the subways, and like that guy that be on Facebook? I see him in matter of fact, he was on, I think it was an American Idol, but he was singing in the New York subways. Do you think
are you talking about homeless people?
No, this guy was homeless, and he matter of fact, I just posted that what's the white guy that's supposed to be going to court because he sampled Marvin Gaye's song.
I'm not for sure. Wait, guys, do you mind if you hold that thought real quick? Because I want, while the people are lit in the chat, right? I definitely want to promote Bourgeois Latte's YouTube channel, so people can know who she is, where they can find her, and make sure they click subscribe and hit the notification bell. Let me just do that real quickly. So look, I'm going to post a link, but I just want to help you guys out step by step on, where to find her. What does her YouTube channel look like? This is the icon, right? The logo. Mm-hmm. So Bourgeois Latte. Make sure you hit the subscribe button. But when you hit subscribe, make sure you click that little arrow if you guys can see it. And don't keep it on personalized. Don't go to none, and don't accidentally unsubscribe. Go all the way up. Click the bell to all. So whenever she goes live or whenever she posts a video, you get the notifications right on your mobile phone, and that way you will know, okay? And you will catch up to whatever that she's doing. Also, all right, this is her YouTube channel, which I will definitely post this in the chat, but definitely check out her content, okay? You got the videos, you got the shorts, okay? And you got some of the live streams as well too. But still, check her out. Make sure you like her content, and once again, subscribe and hit that bell to all.
Thank you.
You're welcome. And the link is posted. Let me see. Let me do this real quick. All right. So I just posted the link.
All you have to do is hit on Bourgeois Latte, click on Bourgeois Latte, and then you subscribe. That's all you have to do. Mm-hmm. Which page you see the name Bourgeois Latte, click on it, and there you have it.
Oh yeah, definitely. And yep, here we go. And I also, make sure that's pinned to the top. So again, to make it easier for everybody, just click on the link, and then you'll be good. Okay. Mrs. Bessa, he'll be right back. Damn, we're already at the 1 hour mark. Don't want to hold you up, but I'm going to just ask you a few questions if you don't mind.
Go ahead.
Okay. So let me just jump into this though. Okay. Because I know we got caught up in the songs and stuff, which was phenomenal. Again, everything doesn't always have to be an interview style. It is all about conversations. Absolutely. But when you received our invitation to join our panel as a special guest, what was your first thought in mind about us, and why did you even give, us Knowledge Relationships a chance?
The title, the Knowledge and Relationships. Not only that, I was like, okay, these some intellectual brothers. It's not going to be no garbage. I know it's going to be something positive, funny, and I figured, why not? Oh,
yeah, okay.
Drink barista, okay.
All right. Well, hey, I appreciate. Well, look, we try, okay. But thank you. I appreciate that. You know,
Yeah.
we just try to. The goal is basically we just try to like open people, like let their voices be heard, whether if you're big or wherever you're small.
Mm-hmm.
But we just want to like continue to build this community because, man, I run into so many people that's like multi-talented, people like who could cook well, people who could dance well, and those type of people like they get overlooked because here we go talking about how bad that we hate women and how bad that women hate men, and so it's like though that rhetoric right there itself is like it's overclouding Black YouTube. And if we could make Black YouTube great again, then by all means we're going to do that.
I hear you.
Yeah,
Got to though. Can't expect nobody else to do it. We got to do it.
How has music changed your life, Miss Latte?
To me, music is therapy.
Mm-hmm.
You know, when I'm having a rough day, or I've been through some things, and one thing that I know that can keep my sanity is music. So
so you use it as a mental?
It's a mental, definitely. I mean, first of all, think about it. As Black folks in slavery, the first instrument was the drum.
Right.
The first thing we hear, right?
Mm-hmm.
It's embedded in us, music. My dad, when I was a little girl, my dad, every Sunday we would listen to music. He will pull out the record player and we will listen to music. He'll give me a little music history lesson. And that was something that I will never forget. And that was our time for me and my dad to bond. We weren't that close. He was very passive. But when it came to music and just something that he was interested in, I was all ears.
Okay. So do you, I heard you spoke that you do yoga. So what music do you listen to when you meditate while you're doing yoga?
Londrell.
Okay.
Yeah, he's dope. He's been around for a long time, and it's interesting because now he does yoga, and I gotta check him out. Londrell, Londrelle.
Okay. I'm gonna have to check that out.
Really good. They get you comfortable with the trolling starts.
hey, don't listen to Kim, right? Look, I don't know what she's talking about. She probably sipped on the wrong latte, right? We'll call it like that. So they're really good with some good.
You said you bond, you and your dad bond. Do you use that same bond when it comes to you and your daughter?
My daughter is different.
Uh-huh.
My daughter likes Frank Sinatra.
Oh, wow.
She likes instrumental music, classical music, anime sounds. Like she's very different.
Oh, okay.
Like old school music, She doesn't listen to hip hop. I don't even think she even know about Cardi B and Nicki Minaj. I don't think, and she's 22.
Oh, wow. Okay.
So she's not into that. I call her my scholar because she, she's heavily she just graduated from college and she wants to study public health and she should be a doctor, but we shall see, never know. But she's really into classical music. She's unique.
Does Grambling come through when you do your music also? Because you said you went to Grambling, right?
Yeah, I went to Grambling State University. I did do some little radio at Grambling.
Okay.
It was a great experience. I went to school with Erykah Badu. Erykah Badu and I went to the same school.
Oh, okay. All right.
Performed.
Oh, wow.
It was a great experience. Grambling State University was the highlight of my life. I enjoyed college life. It's very different. I don't know how it is now, but it's so different. It's different now. I mean, family unit,
Right. So if someone going through something mentally, what 5 songs would you suggest they play?
It depends. Male, female, depends. It
Let's
depends.
go with female first.
You gotta put on a Jill Scott song.
Jill Scott? Okay.
Yeah. I mean, gosh, there's so many songs I like.
Living My Life Till It's Golden.
Yes, that's one of them, but sometimes, depending if you had a breakup, sometimes you think about, that ex.
Right.
And it's a particular song, and it's with Paul Wall, and I think that's one of the I don't know if y'all remember that song. I gotta look it up. And it's funny because my daughter, knows all the words to Jill Scott song because I used to play it a lot.
Okay.
I'm trying to remember the title of the song. But So Gone. That's it. So Gone with Paul.
Okay.
Yeah.
I gotta look that song up. I'm for sure I probably heard it and probably overlooked it,
Yeah, she said she woke up and made biscuits for the man. So when you wake up making biscuits for a man, yeah, he threw it down.
Right.
I gotta say, he threw it down.
Right. Yeah.
Damn. Okay.
You said Jill Scott, Paul Wall,
and yeah, that's featuring Paul Wall on that track. So,
okay. I got you.
Man, gosh, who else? Some artists that are not, they're not mainstream. Because I'm a really big. I really support independent artists more than I support mainstream music.
Okay.
You might have to help me remember this artist, but because I think he's related to like in the morning show, like the guy who plays Cole, but his brother or half brother is a neo soul artist.
He played who? What did he play? You said?
So there's an artist, right, that looks like Cole from Martin, right?
Yeah.
Okay, which I think somebody told me they were like brothers or half brothers, but I can't remember the guy's name. He started by saying I just want to let you know something. Oh my gosh! I can't remember the artist's name though. And I'm trying to remember the song too.
When did he come out? In the 2000s or?
Yeah, I think it's early 2000s, but he was always about like soul music though.
Miguel?
No, it wasn't Miguel.
Man.
Oh man. He literally looked like Cole, but he always be wearing sunglasses mostly. I can't remember his name. I'm so mad about that too.
He's just he's a single artist. Just him?
Yeah, he's a single artist. It's like do 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 do.
Music Soul Child.
Yes. Soul Child. Thank you.
Yeah. Oh yeah.
I can't believe I forgot about the name. I'm so embarrassed. But yeah.
Yeah, he was hot. Yeah.
Yeah, he definitely had some good songs as well.
I think and Miguel, a couple of them back in the
Oh Crazy. That's the song.
Yeah.
Kimberly says she's adding the songs she's saying to her playlist. Yeah. Make sure you add my singing to the playlist as well, too, along with it. Yeah. You can add M3 into it, but yeah, man. I would say 112.
Yeah.
Joe.
Oh yeah.
But 112 was it was a little bit funny though, especially the Peaches and Cream song. You know what I mean?
Yeah, that was usually where you can use your imagination. Now they just
yeah.
Yeah,
I like them. I like High Five.
Yeah.
Intro. What was those guys from DC? Some acapella, Boys to Men.
Yeah, Boys to Men. Yeah.
Boys to Men. What was the other one? That they was from DC, though, but they sung just like.
Spread My Wings.
Oh, one of my favorite groups because I like dancing because I used to dance was Troop. Oh man,
yeah, Troop. Yep.
Yeah, true.
Booker wrote all their music.
Yeah, he sure did. Yeah, I like Booker T though. What was they Coy Book? What was the other guy who's he had red hair? He from DC too. Yeah, red hair, high top.
Red hair, high top. Damn, I don't know.
He was back then with No Edition and all of them. No Edition. I forgot his name. I'll probably remember as soon as I get off the doggone string. But
yeah, no, that usually happens, right?
Yeah. Yeah, I used to love the male groups, man, and the female groups too.
Yeah.
Look, if you guys know any R&B male artists, please let me know, because I will be going live with a male artist by the name of Lee Water next Saturday.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Okay, artist that does R&B.
It's gonna be a contest so that they can be on Latte Java Vibes of the Month. I already have the women. I've already done the women contest. Her name is Nico B. She won $100. She's on my Spotify playlist. She's also on Latte Java Drift's website for a whole month. And radio rotation, we're gonna work on getting that interview in June. She's been like really busy. Supposed to do it this month, but she's been performing a lot here in Arizona. So we'll be setting up an interview in June. And yeah, now I'm gonna do the male version of it. But it's not gonna be me who's gonna be voting for the artist. It's gonna be their fans. It's gonna be, people that follow them or follow me. They will be making the decision on who should be the Java Vibe winner of that month. But I choose 3 people. But that one person that has the best song, they get the $100. They get the interview, the podcast, and everything.
Oh, okay.
I keep telling the R&B singers right here. Don't know what give me the credit for it, you know what I mean? I used to try to sing for the Delphonics and Stylistic.
Oh, snap. What?
Just to put a spell on my... I ain't gonna give you no more.
Yeah, please don't.
That's what I'm gonna give you. That's what I'm gonna give you. That's what I'm gonna give you.
Okay, yeah, you about to send us to the hospital.
Kimberly, make sure you add that. Hey, make sure you add that to your playlist as well, too, Kimberly. Okay.
Yeah, you're gonna break your phone if you add it.
You're hating on my harmony, but I got harmony.
I want to man. Like, good time, man.
The guy name was Tony Terry. Remember Tony Terry?
Oh my God, Tony Terry.
Yes.
You said 2020?
Yeah, he was good too. But Tony Terry, Tony Terry, he was good too.
Yeah.
Who else too? I mean, I might be going way back, but I know like Gerald Levert.
Yeah. That's
and
Teddy Bear.
I don't know if he was the one who sang like the raindrops. I don't know, man.
Candy Rain. That Heavy D.
Oh, Heavy D discovered. Yeah, because that's what. Yeah,
that name, Candy Rain.
Yeah, that was a nice group too. Yeah, that was some that.
Soul for Real. That's the name.
Yeah, Soul for Real. Yeah. Jodeci.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. Oh yeah, Jodeci.
They changed it. They pretty much changed
drunk uncle. I always feel like just he was a drunk uncle that be singing.
Now, I know like the other 2 artists that I'm going to mention. I know they're not like soul artists, but Prince, man, I definitely like his music.
Oh yeah, that's no word there. That's a musical genius.
Yeah,
all the way around, musical genius.
Michael, James Brown, Rick James.
Oh, Rick. Yeah.
Rick, man.
You know who I was in love with back in Tammy Terrell.
Oh, wow.
Gone so early. Oh, man, that voice. She was such a beautiful woman.
Did anybody mention Keith Sweat?
Yeah, Keith Sweat. Marvin Gaye is one of my favorites. Stevie is a big one of my favorites, man. Michael, you know what I mean? That's where I get my tenor from. I get my tenor from Michael. You know what I'm saying? You know, I dealt with Michael real quick.
Gladys Knight, loved her. Diana Ross, all the Supremes, Mary Wells. They were some talented, very talented. Some people. Did y'all watch? Remember they used to come on TV World? They used to, y'all watch that?
They don't even do TV One anymore.
Is it still around? I'm not
It's still around. I done watched every unsung I could watch.
Yeah, unsung, and I used to watch behind the scenes too.
Yeah,
I used to. Get your let me see. They had some good ones on there.
Oh yeah, Minnie Riperton. Y'all shout out Minnie Riperton.
Oh yeah. I never thought that a woman can sing soprano at that and sing words with that pitch she does. Now they said Mariah Carey pitch was higher. I don't know because I don't know how to judge that.
Nah, it wasn't.
Shantae Moore. I think she has the highest.
Oh yeah.
Oh, I forgot about her too. Like that was like one of my favorites too, though.
Remember, there was an opera singer. She just transcended like about a couple of weeks ago. Her pitch was high too. I forget her name though. They were showing her all through Instagram. Yeah, I forget her name though. Some sister. KMA, I could really do it. I'm playing around right now. I'm eating, so I'm playing around right now. But if I really get I drink my little tea, I could really, bust out some case or something like that. You know what I mean? You know what I mean? I could really get it in. You know what I mean?
I was trying to get more viewers.
Vouaghn Eric, let me boot you out, man.
So I gotta give a shout out to Miss Six Balls. Let me go ahead. I'm gonna highlight you real quick. All right. So shout outs to Six Balls. Okay. Salute to you, sis. Shout out to her on the Twitter side. So look.
Salute.
If you want to watch some good quality content, okay, you guys to check out. You guys to check out Six Boss, okay? So go to twitch.tv and then /6balls. Go ahead and check it out. And if you don't have a Twitch account, y'all need to make a Twitch account because y'all missing out on the greatest of Twitch.
See, I need to utilize my Twitch. A lot of people keep telling me, and it's messed up because I can't play the jams that I want to play only on TikTok. You can't play the music, but you can't really play the music on Twitch either because you got to get rid of it once you're done. But Twitch, a lot of people, even independent artists, I tell them they need to get on Twitch because people, T-Pain is on there, so he's listening to music and doing contests and, there's a lot going on Twitch and a lot of people are not really paying attention to it. And fan base. Have you guys heard of fan base?
Yeah, I heard of that.
I think I heard of it.
Owned. So you can make money off of there. I mean, it's like YouTube. They have to pay for a subscription and then they, whatever show you have, they support you.
Well, T-Pain is like, I'll just say like this stuff because he has he branded with Twitch first and then he have his own YouTube channel. But T-Pain on the Twitch side was making more money than him doing music, which that's why he stopped doing music. And then plus people was like, biting off his style anyways with the auto-tune, the type of stuff, whatever. But he ain't tripping. It ain't like he's broke or struggling or anything. He just found a new venture that he was good at. I think he was playing video games or something like that. And then that's what kind of, brought his money up because people was donating. Yeah. And now he's doing the YouTube show. And one of the shows that we watched, he had Snoop Dogg on there. And T-Pain's wife makes like different drinks based off the artist's favorite.
Yeah, I
still kind of want him to do some more music though. I do like that song he did with B-Eazy though, "Close to You."
Yeah, that was nice.
But
he was I thought he was a good producer. I thought he produced music. I thought he was very talented. Now, Miss Latte, do you have a day that you educating when it comes to the music industry, the laws, Did they lobby Congress for many of the laws they are getting passed, especially for the music industry? Like the big Paramount and all of them put all that money in Congress and stuff like that. Do you have an educational thing that you do?
I have a friend that does that, Mawule Music Company.
Okay.
I interviewed him, and he does a lot of music consultation. So I try to network and have other folks do all that. But I'm working on some things. I have some merch. You guys want to buy some merch? I got that. And be creating some EPKs. I'm gonna be doing some music reviews, and y'all gonna hear about the Jam Junkies. So Jam Junkies is coming soon. So I'll be doing a lot of work with Jam Junkies. I did some music review last year, and that was fun. And we gave away $500. So
nice
talent out there. So yeah,
I read that. I didn't read the whole book. Remember that book Kashif had out about the music industry and the laws and how to own your masters and contracts.
And it's crazy. There's not a lot of books out. There's books out there, but you have to really look for them.
Yeah, I know Kashif. Remember Kashif, the guy back in the day, the singer back in the day.
Yeah.
He had a book out that was pretty nice.
We need more of that. Now, it used to be about streams,
Yeah.
It's got to be much deeper than just streams. I don't even know if TikTok is going to still exist, because there's been a lot of people that have made it off of TikTok.
Yeah.
Yeah, I know about that book. I know about that Kashif book you're talking about on Vaughn Eric.
Yeah.
I do have a question for our sister, Sister Latte. So we said we lack communication in our community, right?
Yeah.
Or how to communicate. So my question is, for us men, how do we learn how to communicate better with our women? Like, what advice would you give us?
Oh man, that's a tough one, because I sometimes think that we don't take the time to listen. And it's just part of our feminine energy. And what I mean by that is we're emotional. We're very emotional, and I think people take our emotional the wrong way. They see it as nagging, or that's just us just showing conviction of what we believe in and how we feel. And sometimes it may not be the right way we express ourselves, but y'all know that's how we are. Y'all got black mamas. Y'all know. I just feel like just take the time to just listen. Don't hear it, like really listen. And not I think me being a woman, we have to stop saying, I don't like when, or say, would be better if you do it this way. I think it's the way we word things is what messes us up. And then we get very we get upset and we get defensive, because it depends on the delivery. I think it's a lot to do with the delivery. And I don't think we've mastered that. Sometimes I even admit, sometimes I don't even master that. I'm a Virgo. I'm gonna say whatever. I may say things that may not be the right way to say it, but I don't mean it in that way. If I do say something to you, that means I care about you. If I don't say anything, that means I really don't care about you. So I think you have to look at it that way. I think you just have to take the time to really just listen and not say anything. Just take it all in, and then come back the next day and then say how you feel. That's what I think.
That was a good relationship question, Mr. Best.
Thank you. I mean, okay, but what? Okay, hold on, sis. Hold on. All right, I'm giving a hold on. You gotta sit there. Hold on, I gotta sit there and let you yell at me like my mama did, and then think about it and come back the next day. That's not happening. That's not happening.
That's what I don't like. It's the yelling. See, for me, I'm not confrontational. I don't like all that yelling. I'm kind of the type to walk away. Sometimes I have to walk away. so that I won't say anything that I regret saying. So I'll say, let me think about this. Let me, just give me some time. Let me, think this over. Sometimes you have to do that, and we have to learn how to talk. I sometimes think that yelling business is not. It's not going to get you nowhere, sisters. You can't do all that yelling. It's not going to get you anywhere.
Yeah, because
you're not going to listen. You're not. I wouldn't listen to that.
Mm-hmm.
I wouldn't.
Yeah, you just put a wall up. So.
Yep.
Hey, but you know what's funny though, right?
You get more vulnerable too.
Yeah, I like the walk-away approach when things are not really being resolved at the moment. But why do men get gaslighted by the women when they do walk away? They be like, "Oh, okay, so you gonna walk away with me? Oh, if you walk away, you running, you punk ass nigga." I mean, so some of them be really saying that. I just gotta throw that out there, like they will little shame before walking away.
Or you walk away, just say, "Hey, I need to think about this. Need some time. Let this marinate a bit." You know what I mean? You're right. We do get.
Yeah, I just be the punk. I just be the punk, man.
We support y'all asses. We support y'all, and it's. Think about Coretta Scott King. You don't think Coretta went off on Martin?
Yeah,
maybe that's why he walked away and continued his march sometimes. You never know.
When he had that dream, she probably did.
When he had that dream.
When he had that dream.
Oh, when things go bad, who's there for you? Who out there marching for you?
That's true.
Who's out there for you?
Yeah, you're your true supporter.
Exactly. But whatever happened to the Million Man March? But that's another topic. It seemed like
Okay.
it just here. But anyway, we're not talking about that.
Okay, I got another question, sister. Okay.
Yeah.
Why do women now, right, feel like every woman is going to be number one, knowing that there's a shortage of good men, right? Knowing that a lot of brothers that they desire, brothers that are actually doing something with themselves, right? I'm talking about brothers. I ain't talking about no other group. I'm talking about brothers. All right. If you don't know what a brother is, look it up. You know what I mean? Look up Negro slang. So for sisters who just think that they're going to be the only one, right? They want a brother who, you know what I mean? He's 6'5", he's making, over 7 figures. You know what I mean? Salute the Jam Junkies and Streamers Hangout. Salute. You know what I mean? You know what I'm saying? They want these high profile men, right? And they believe that these high profile men are only going to be with them. Or you just believe a brother that is doing well for himself is only going to be with them. You know what I mean? Should women still think that? Because I feel like everyone wants to be number one nowadays, and that's just not a reality. Somebody has to come in second place. You know what I mean? Somebody.
Second place. I mean, what, is it a game? You know what I mean?
Yes.
Oh man, relationships are hard, man. If you find that one, man, hold on tight. I know I got my one. Shoot, but I'm gonna tell you, you gotta be friends first. It's important to be friends. It's important to know your mate. It's important to have that kind of relationship with people. You know what I mean? I feel like we jump into things and not know. And I know this from my past relationships. You really don't know your partner because you weren't friends with that person. I feel like when you're not friends, you miss out on some things. But you have to understand too, when you're married, you're gonna always learn something new about that person that you're with. You're gonna evolve, and that person may not ride with you. So, you hear about that 7-year itch. You hear all that. It's true. That's that time where you're like, okay, are we gonna ride or die this out the next 7 years? The next 1 years.
Okay, what?
Hold on. Let me follow up, please. Now, on the spot, I don't know what the hashtag opt-out mean, but please explain. I want to know. Because my whole thing is this, right? For what women are asking for, right? and knowing that there's a shortage of good quality brothers out here, right? There's a shortage of us. They know this. Now, I mean, ones who want to work, ones who are trying to do things in this world, they know this, right? Should women not just say, you know what? I don't want my homegirl to be without a man. I'm gonna actually share my man, right? Should they be open to this? Because listen, your sister girl gonna be alone forever. She's never gonna get a husband, and you know this, and everybody knows this. She's never ever gonna find anybody. We know that them few couple of friends that ain't gonna never find nobody. We know them. You could give one right now. Name them right now. Should they be shared?
But when I hear that, it's like, what's wrong with being alone? What?
Nah, nobody want to be alone. Nobody want to be alone.
Not being alone. There are a lot of women out here that are going on single girls trips. They got friends. They go on trips, on vacations. Look, and some are now.
That's not enough, though, sister. You know that.
She's right, though. She think because I see them on Facebook all the time.
I'm telling you this, though. Listen, though, seriously. There are women now that are thinking, like, look, if I can't have what I want, I'm cool with that.
Yep.
I like that, and I don't see nothing wrong with that. For an example, there are some people out here that don't want children, and it's okay. Some people don't need to have kids.
Yeah, you damn right.
You know what I'm saying? Not everybody.
They're not talking about you.
And I'm gonna keep it real. Now they about swirling now. They're like, you know what?
Yeah.
We all okay. Let's keep it real. Let's keep it a G. Let's keep it a buck, sis. Let's keep it a buck here.
Right.
We know that y'all sisters want us and we want you. We know this, okay? Y'all don't want to swirl. You don't want a white man. You don't want that. You want us, and you know we want you. But the thing is this, right? And on the spot, I'm gonna drop the link because I feel like you want to say something. So I want you to come up and say and speak your piece, even though I'm not cammed up and I ain't gonna never cam up. But listen, at the end of the day, on the spot, right? At the end of the day, you know this. You know what I mean? Bourgeois Latte knows this. All right. You know that taking them trips and all that ain't enough. You want a man at home. HOME, home.
Do you remember when Eddie Murphy did that come to America, but when he said when the one lady went on vacation, remember the joke? Like, Eddie,
But she had a man already though. The one that went on the trip had a man already though. She had a man at home. She had a man at home, and then she went to the islands with the Island Brothers. You know what I mean? They got their little freak on, and then she went back home to a man. Y'all still want somebody at home.
But I think best, like what she said, a lot of these women, when they go on those trips, they don't need a man at home now. Would they like a man once a month, once a week? Yes, that's good enough for them. They don't need someone to stay home or come home to, because if they, like she said, if I can't get what I want, then I don't need it at all. And I'd rather be in what I am right now, because this brings me peace. For me, since I can't get what I want, what I'm doing right now, going on trips, have a man once a month, once a week, or whatever, I'm good with that.
Not a woman can.
Hold on, Vaughn. Hold on, Vaughn. You wait, hold on. That's a woman trying to play a man game. And I talked to my grandmother about it. My grandmother, 80 years old. She said, I see how the women move now, and they trying to play a man game, and they gonna fail. You know the truth. This is true, Vaughn. They're trying to play a man's game. That's what men do. They're gonna fail because their emotions are not in tune with that. We can do that. They can't do that. They're eventually gonna want a man at home. At home.
But you're talking about
HOME, home.
Yeah, but you're talking about two different women. We're talking.
I'm talking about women. Period. They ain't built like that. You know what I mean? Yeah, it's just controlling. They're not built like that.
Oh yeah, it's women that
different world now. I don't know. I agree with you. I do. But this generation is different.
Yeah, it's a different. Yeah,
they're trying to be different, but they gonna fall just like everybody else.
Well, I do think that, like you say, like when they get up into a certain age, yes, I think what you're saying, they may realize, like, you know what, I should have been. I should, but it depends. It depends on if that kicks in. If that emotional part of her kicks in, Yes, you're right. You're absolutely right. Because then she'd be like, man, I should have stayed my butt home or did this and concentrated. Instead of going out on them trips, I should have been concentrating to try to work on a relationship and do what is needed to keep it together for a man to be home. Yes, but if that emotion kicks in, that emotion may not kick in. She might be like, you know, I think you said your grandmother or something. You're like, you know what? I don't care. Hey, I'm
my grandmother said that these women nowadays trying to play a man's game and they can't. You know what I'm saying? And my thing is that's what I'm saying. That's what I'm saying.
Well, why are they playing the game? Why are they playing the game?
Because everybody want to be number one and somebody got to be number two. Somebody got to be the side. Not everybody can be the main course. Not everybody could be wifey. Not everybody can sit in the wifey seat. That's not made for everybody. It's not made for everybody. Somebody got to be the side, and the side don't want to be the side no more. She want to be the main. That's like you want to. That's like your mac and cheese want to be the turkey dinner. No, it ain't gonna happen. I want the turkey dinner at a turkey dinner. You are the mac and cheese. Stay in your lane, mac and cheese.
So options. So folks have options, basically.
So basically, you said someone who some people just need to settle and stop trying to be.
Yes, lower expectations. All right. Remember that TV skit, lower expectations, and they don't want. And here's the thing: they don't want to settle for somebody that's in their range. No, they want the top of the top. They want somebody that they know that's gonna be talking to somebody else because they're not enough for that man. They know this, but they still want to be number one. It's insane. Like, no, you're not number one.
You got to have chemistry. There's that one person. And sometimes, and it's funny because me and my man, we talk about this shit all the time. Like, I truly believe, I saw a documentary on this a long time ago, and it was about, can you love more than once?
Yes.
For a man, they can't love more than once. There's always that.
Yes, we can, sister.
You really think so?
Yes, we can.
Unconditionally.
I think people can, period.
Yeah,
yes, people can, period. Yes.
Yeah, unconditionally.
Yes.
For some men, yeah. For some men, yeah.
Okay.
We don't see love the way you do. You got to understand, we operate off testosterone. We're not operating off estrogen, so we're not seeing love the way that you see it. You know what I mean? That don't mean that we don't love, because we do. You know what I mean? We just do it differently. And in us doing it, we're not trying to hurt you. It's like you're not trying to hurt us in your women ways, right? Because y'all don't do everything perfect, and neither do we. But can we make a common ground? You know what I'm saying? Can I deal with your nagging and you talking to your sister friends, and you know what I mean? You just doing too much and you being emotional here and there. Can I deal with that? And then can you deal with me? You know what I'm saying? Being a man, thinking that every woman like me and thinking all this other stuff. Can you deal with my faults and my different things? Can we deal with each other, or are we gonna always quit on each other? Why we always gotta quit? You know what I mean?
We all have flaws, and that's in any relationship. You're gonna have issues, but the thing is that person worth it? It's not the fact that you run away. Is that person, that human, are they worth it? And that's where the unconditional love falls in play.
No, you're right. But what I'm saying is, I'm not saying unconditional love can't happen. But what I'm saying is this, right? And I said it before, right? You know, I already said, you know, I think that some women should share a man because they ain't gonna never find one that they like, and they should just share one and be all right with that. But also, I also believe too, right, that you know that we have to just stop this thing where we are trying to, you know what I mean, fit into different norms that don't really fit all of us, right? And I think that's why we get frustrated, because, you know, you feel like relationship should be this way, right? You feel like your home should be this way, but somebody else may feel like it should be ran another way, or they may feel like love is expressed in a different form. We shouldn't demonize that or anything. We should learn from each other. You know what I mean? As long as it's two consenting adults. I'm never gonna advocate for this weirdo, sick, psychotic stuff that y'all want to do with kids, and classifying yourself as a child, as a 30-year-old man. You think you're a 6-year-old girl or whatever. I'm never gonna advocate for that foolishness. Okay, That's evil, and I'm never going to advocate for that garbage. But I'm talking about two consenting adults who agree upon being together. We need to see love in different ways when it comes to adults. We do.
Well, this is another day for that topic. This is something that it's gonna take an hour.
You take an hour now. I got the solutions right now.
What's the solution? Just share?
No, I'm not just saying just that, but we gotta define relationships the way we want to define them. And our people, like I said, I always say this, and I say this on another podcast. Like we never define our own relationships. We always follow what somebody else says, whether it's our mama, whether it's society, whether it's whatever else. Our people never decide what we want. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So that's the thing. We never ever found that. You know what I mean? So
got a point.
And what do you, Miss Latte? Is it on your community tab that we send artists send their independent artists send their songs?
Say that again?
Is it on your community tab where artists can send their songs? Independent.
Yes. It's lattejavadrips.com, or you go on Instagram and it's the solo.to/bourgeois latte, and it has everything. The submission forms for your music, Spotify, the podcast, everything.
Okay.
So yes, definitely Latte Java Drips.
I'll pass that information.
Now, sis, I'm gonna respect your time because you know what I mean. I know you've been up here for a minute. I know it's late on your side. So you know what I mean. Vaughn, if you got anything else you want to say, go ahead, bro. And then I'm gonna have our sister Latte close, Bourgeois Latte close, and we're gonna go from there.
Yeah.
Oh no, I don't have nothing to say. I enjoyed being on the panel. Love everybody in the chat. I enjoyed talking to you, Miss Latte. I will be listening to your shows and things like that. But I'm gonna pass this information on because I have a few independent artists, and I will pass that so they can get played. I like what you're doing as far as the independent. I think that is great. Independent artists and come and put their song. I think that's helping the community, helping uplift our people that are struggling and things like that. They have something to look forward to, and just to hear a song being played, that shows that they're doing well and someone is interested in them. And I think that is something we all need to do more to inspire our young brothers and sisters and our peers. So big ups and blessings to you and your family for the work that y'all doing. Thanks, History, and Mr. Bass also.
And thank you for having me, you guys. This was fun.
Where did Mr. Best go?
I don't know. No.
Oh my goodness, they just rolled out and everything.
Yeah.
Oh, I had another question, but I think what 3 songs would you play that someone should play when they on a date and you just want to play 3 songs? If they don't like these 3 songs, then you don't need to go with them.
What kind of date is it? See, you gotta be.
Let's go with a first.
Trying to get it on the date, or is this like I'm asking.
Okay, let's just go.
No kind of date.
No hitting. Just the first date. You just want to see how this person is, and you want to put 3 songs to see. Because if they don't like these 3 songs, it's no even need to go forward for them or to be hitting each other.
Damn. Can it be an independent artist?
Yeah.
As soon as she said you're trying to hit on today, my computer froze. I don't know what you did. What in the world? Bourgeois Latte? I didn't know you was going here with this. Oh Lord.
Look, there are people out here that be going on dates. People don't even date anymore, from what I've heard. Like dates was dates where you pick up the person, you go out, you go to a movie or to a comedy club or something. Now it's like first dates, hitting it and quitting it. That's why I had to ask. I had to make it clear. What type of music you talking about? Is the hit it, quit it, one time date?
Yeah, just we gonna keep it clean. It's what three songs that you would play? You be like, you know what? If that person don't like it, we ain't going on this. We not going any further.
Damn, that's a good one because there's so many artists that I like. Shoot, I got a list too.
Okay, well let's go a little.
Lucky Day.
What? Lucky Day?
Yeah, and Alex Isley.
All
right.
You gotta... Oh man, don't do that. Don't do that now. That's wrong. That's wrong. Good and plenty. Okay.
Yeah, you definitely gotta. Yeah.
Love ballad.
You gotta be a vibe.
Right. Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
There's some. There's this one artist, Moran T.
Oh, okay.
She gives you that Sade vibe.
Wow.
Yes, love ballads. Yep. Young Junkie said love ballads. Yeah, definitely. Or if it's just a friendly one, maybe a little John Legend,
What three songs that you will play for an aphrodisiac?
Oh my gosh. Can I name my three songs? My three songs is Heat Wave, Always and Forever. You know what I'm saying? Another one is Rooster for Only for One Night. You know what I mean? Only for one weekend. You know what I mean? I want the weekend. You know what I mean? And I'm gonna go with which one? Teddy Pendergrass, Time for Love. You know what I mean? It's Time for Love.
Okay. What would you play, Miss Latte, for your aphrodisiac?
yo, Vaughn, get out of here, man.
Surprise, Chloe.
Huh?
Chloe.
Okay.
Yeah, Surprise. That's a jam.
Okay.
There's this other artist named June, and called Find Out.
Oh wow.
Find Out, June. So, Sabrina Claudio.
Oh, okay. That's an independent artist too, right? Okay.
No, she's not independent artist. No, she's not independent. Sabrina.
Oh, okay.
Belong to You.
Oh, okay. I gotta check that one out.
You gotta, yeah. Yeah, those are three. Okay. Yeah. There's so many songs I like. It's kind of hard because I'll just play a whole damn playlist.
Okay. Ain't the whole playlist? Good grief. Yo, I don't know what's going on right now. I need to relax. Both of y'all, all right? Y'all both need to relax, okay?
You guys need to check out Reg Archie. For, especially you, Mr. Best in the World. You got this one song. It's a brother's anthem. I'm gonna send it to you. I'm sure you like him. And it's one named Will Jordan.
Listen, when I'm asking the relationship questions, I've been trolling most of the time, so please don't take me serious. I'm a very romantic man, you know what I'm saying? You know what I mean? I am masculine, but I'm very romantic, and I don't. And when I be asking these questions, I really be playing around, man. But I just want to see how people react. Like Vaughn knows that. Like I'm very, very, very into like you know the man and woman thing, you know what I mean, and the romance and all that. But yeah.
Well, yeah, you got to check out Reg Archie.
What's it called again? What's it called again?
Hashtag FOH.
FOH. Okay.
She said that with conviction.
Yeah, she did. She said that yeah. Her eyes got big too.
What surprised you that I like this song? And I actually interviewed this guy, and I just kind of felt like it was a song that brothers can relate to. It was kind of like a Mary J. Blige male version, but
okay.
I felt it, but I mean, it's not a good. I mean, it's a good song, but he was basically, talking about women, and women out there doing, wrong stuff. But
okay,
it's trust me, you'll like the song.
Okay.
Oh, another song I gotta take is Raheem DeVaughn. You, whoo, man.
Okay.
Hey, Raheem. Yeah.
Yes. But look, I'm gonna close out. Okay. As I close out, Bourgeois Latte, just stick around. Just give me 5 minutes to stick around after we close. I do need to talk some good stuff with you. But listen, y'all, thank you for tuning in. Like and subscribe. Follow Bourgeois Latte on all social media platforms, okay? On all social media platforms, all right? And definitely, she has a lot of things going on. If you are talented, okay, like myself, because I might win that contest. No, I'm joking. If you are really talented, and you got them vibes, you got that harmony, definitely reach out to her. You know what I mean? She will definitely make sure that your talent is showcased in the right way. With that being said, y'all, you know what I mean? We love y'all. You know what I mean? And definitely tune in to more things we have coming on Knowledge and Relationships. With that, we bid you adieu. Peace, y'all.
Peace.
Knowledge and relationships.